Il y a le gouvernement qui vole. Peut-être pour garder, puis après, soulager. Ça arrive. C'est arrivé pendant 35 ans. Donc, le gouvernement trouvera un moyen, je suis sûre, d'essayer de subsister. Mais évidemment, ça ne va pas durer.
But unlike Alina, most people did not have the option to flee Cuba. On August 5th, 1994, anti-Castro demonstrations erupt in central Havana. The events may seem small, but it's the first time under Fidel Castro's rule that public anger has manifested in the streets. But even so, anti-Fidel protesters are immediately confronted by pro-Fidel sympathizers and the police.
Das sind die ersten schweren Unruhen nach Ausbruch der ganz, ganz schweren Krise. Also 92, 93 war wirklich Kuba am absoluten Tiefpunkt.
One trigger for the protests was the opening of a new kind of store in Cuba in the early 1990s. These stores catered only to tourists and Cubans with relatives abroad because they only accepted U.S. dollars. The majority of the population could only watch in envy.
Esos fueron jóvenes que querían irse y se tiraron por la calle a protestar. Yo me quiero ir y me dejan ir. Fidel fue a hablar con ellos. Llegó ahí, habló con ellos. ¿Qué es lo que ustedes quieren? Irnos. Ya, bueno, pues arranquen, váyanse.
The distance between Cuba and the United States is a scant 90 miles. It may not seem like much, but there are no ferries and no other boats available to most Cubans. After Fidel Castro granted his permission to people wishing to leave Cuba, tens of thousands took to the sea in flimsy, handmade rafts and boats. They were called balseros, rafters. Many of them told their stories in the Catalan Oscar-nominated documentary of the same name.
Yo creo que es esta manifestación la que genera eso. Y que Cuba necesitaba, siempre ha utilizado, cuando digo Cuba me refiero al gobierno. El gobierno cubano siempre ha necesitado abrir esa válvula de escape. Cuando la situación se pone muy tensa, abre la válvula y deja salir la gente.
Castro told his police not to oppose any attempts to leave the country. Most of those fleeing underestimated the difficulties of navigating on the open ocean. Without help, they had little chance to make it to the United States.
I had an airplane at the time, which I used to go to the Bahamas. It's a plaything, a hobby. We flew quite a lot to determine several things.
With a group of amateur pilots, Jose Basulto founded the aid association Brothers to the Rescue.
1994 was an avalanche. Before 1994, we had found 4,200 refugees at sea. In 1994, we assisted the Coast Guard to find 35,000 more.
Rafts were identified from the air, and their positions radioed to the Coast Guard, who intercepted the rafts. The rafters were brought by Coast Guard ships to Guantanamo Bay, where they were registered before being sent to the U.S. Together, the U.S. Coast Guard and Brothers to the Rescue saved thousands of lives. The exodus did not last long.